And on this episode, we're doing a little bit of preventative maintenance. And maybe get back to work. Stick around, find out. Uh-oh, that's not good. So when the 2019 happened, there was like a shortage of fuel for a little bit, and this was the only place I could actually find fuel. There was places that were all out of fuel. When I found fuel, I just filled up here. I said, whatever you got. And today, RTS, I have like every fuel card you can have. RTS, RXO, MUDFLAP, Truck Smarter. Truck Smarter won the best price, but the price was in Knoxville, Tennessee, and the other price was Charlotte. Charlotte was $3.15 a gallon. I'm getting $3.22 a gallon. RXO at $3.23 a gallon, and QT is $3.69 a gallon. And the pump price here is $3.85 a gallon. So use the fuel cards, guys. I have a bunch of, and MUDFLAP was like $3.27 a gallon. So all pretty close, but RTS won. And so I'm trying just to put like 80 gallons in every time after I get loaded. But this load right here, I think whoever unloaded this trailer didn't unload it all the way, because I have less fuel in the truck, exact same truck, just me, different trailer, and I only have like 21,000 and change, and I had 23,000, I almost have 22,000 right now, and I had 23,150 amount of product that I had put on. So the guys that unload these trailers, sometimes they don't hit it with a mallet, a rubber mallet on the bottom, or do it right, and it might leave like 1,000 to 2,000 pounds of product in there, and that is really bad for the bottom line. So I'll tell the guys I'm working with, just, hey, whoever unloaded this trailer, make sure that they know that maybe they didn't get all the way empty, because I don't see why this trailer would be heavier than the other trailers. Make no sense. But we definitely got a lot less weight, and that just hurts everything, because then you're just bringing back product. The trailer's a little bit heavier, which isn't bad for deadhead. But then you can't fit more product on it, because they weigh you when you come in there. If you have 2,000 pounds of weight already in your trailer, they weigh that. So they say, okay, we can only fit this much in there before you're close to 80,000 pounds gross. So it hurts you. So I'll let them know about that. But let's get some fuel. So I try not to get too much fuel. Try to keep it like half tank. So I'm like a quarter tank right now, just so I can put more weight in the trailer. So it all works out. Until I can find a day cab or a cab over. Thanks for all the suggestions you guys are sending. A lot of them I've already looked at, and I appreciate it. There was one K100 flat top with a 3406B at a 13 speed. The guy never got back to me, so I offered him a price on it. It was a little bit less than what he was asking. He said it was firm, so maybe he was insulted, but it wasn't bad. I was still in the low 20s for 1985, I think it was. But either way, we'll keep looking. Maybe a cab over. Some of you guys are giving mixed signals to a cab over. People are saying it was 26,000 pounds. And the other guys were like, no, mine's 17,000 pounds. And the other guy said mine's 16,500 pounds. Flat top K100. So I was like, okay. And they're both dual axle. So if it's 16,000 pounds, I'll grab a cab over for my back and forth cement run truck. Keep this thing for the Florida runs, and that'd be kind of cool. So we got the vacation truck and the work truck. But I really would like to get a Series 60 Detroit. I've just heard great things about them. Rebuild cost and fuel mileage. So, but they're hard to come by, because everybody knows that. So Cummins is pretty expensive on the parts and repairs. So I'll step into maybe the Cummins and the Detroit. But Caterpillar Herd's making a comeback for their motors, but they're hard. Their rebuild kits are more than Cummins. So if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, those are like the top three engine manufacturers. Volvo has their own motor too. PACCAR has their own motor. mistaken with the Max Force back when I did like a buy your next truck review. For some reason I thought Max Force and PACCAR was the same thing, but Max Force is like a, I don't know if it's international brand or what it is, or if it's their own brand, but Max Force is not that great. PACCAR, I heard, is pretty good, pretty close to what a Caterpillar would have been if they kept making them. So yeah, but the most common motors are Cummins and Detroit these days, and Volvo if you have a Volvo truck, or Mack. Mack and Volvo kind of the same company, which is weird. I didn't know that until I started delivering parts to Mack Volvo. Anyways, I'm rambling. Let's get some fuel in here and let's get home. All right, went a little bit over $310, but that's not what we pay, because that's at $385. So we'll do some math and see what we got charged. Which I just did the math, ends up being about $258. Okay, that puts us over half tanks, close to 3/4. So we're doing okay. Let's get this thing headed back south. We're what, 70 miles from home. Drop this thing off and then probably get some sleep. Let T-Dubs take the boys to school, and I'll go do another run. Just keep knocking them out during the week. But of course, keep looking for a dry van, because hopefully something pops up eventually going to Florida, and I can get something worthwhile for the dry van. But we'll see when that happens. All right, let's get home. We dropped the trailer and we're going back home. I was gonna just pick up another trailer and like sleep on a rest area or something down 385, but it makes it a lot easier for T-Dubs to take the boys to school in the morning if she doesn't have to wake up Tank. If you don't know, if you're new to the channel, Tank is the youngest son, and he is a handful. He is a drama queen, and he wants to tell you a million times everything he's trying to do or what he wants to do. And he loves drones. So yeah, I'll stay there tonight, get a good amount of sleep, and then maybe get breakfast at T-Dubs in the morning and do it all again. But hey, got that one off. We're good. Let's go over everything. Still got our vest on. We'll take that off. And hey, I will see you guys in the morning. And good morning. So we printed that out. We're sending it off. Get that drone fixed and get some more shots. Eerily quiet at the house. I can tell someone's been here, but I think T-Dubs had some appointment to go to for something, I don't know. But I like it when it's a little bit rustle bustle. It is nice to have the quiet sleep, but yeah, we're gonna do something different today than maybe run a load later, but got to do some maintenance today, so let's get on that and get this drone shipped off. And it's actually pretty easy on that DJI thing. You just do a service request and then it emails you a printing label and you just print it out and they send you a bill once they repair it for the shipping and the repairs. Never been more than like $75, so for all the stuff that I've broken on some of these. Okay, let's ship this off and go where we're going. No worries, man. Off. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Let me get your receipt.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Okay, let's go get some maintenance done on the old girl. Just preventative. Just want to keep it from having any troubles, you know? So let's do it. She's warming up, and let's go. company. Yikes. Don't go too fast out here. Get up to speed, but don't go over speed. All right, let's get over here to the shop. There's something going on here. Kenworth, pretty visor, color match white. But, oh, we got this accent. Ooh, smashed in the back of the Ford. Toyota. Oh, yikes. All right, T's and B's, hope everyone's okay. Glad that's not in the middle of the road right now. Well, we're exiting right here at Highway 14. And then we take a left. Right behind the Sphinx. Here we are, exit 14. Let's go. And this is what we are doing. Looks like it's lunchtime. I don't know if he wants me right here or where he wants me. Good. Let's get some tires. What's going on, man?
No, you're good.
Okay, she's going into the knife. Get a couple of steers in there, and just my left one's wearing more than my right one. Could be a bunch of things. The kingpins were new when I got the truck. Just got the alignment done, so maybe, who knows, or maybe that tire was older when I bought the truck than the right one, but I didn't really pay that much attention to the tread. They both looked great, but the left one definitely is worn out a little bit more. So we're at the tire place I'm working with now. They recommend them, and it's pretty good guys. White horse tire. Yeah, he's a straight shooter. He's like, these are the best tires I got right now. White head tire. He said, hey, these are the best ones I got. I said, can I get the same tire? I was just gonna buy one of the exact same ones. And he said, just buy two and get it realigned and go from there. I said, sounds good. All right, let's get these on and pay for them. Well, I was walking by to go to lunch, and yeah, this popped up. This was the shop doors open. I said, okay. I think we're doing some fun stuff here. What is this one? Old Ford?
32 Ford.
32 Ford?
Car.
Yeah. Beautiful. And you're just doing some
I put
adjustments?
the decals back on the motor.
Nice. Heck yeah. Gorgeous. Put him off. Some rebuild on the rollers, the rockers, everything. Heck yeah. I'll get a little clip at the front of the store in case you got something fun. But they've been in business 31 years. Pretty cars. Looks like they got plenty of parts inside too. That's so cool. Got a whole parts store too, huh? Yeah. Nice. Oh yeah. That's so cool. I did not know this was here, but now I do. That's pretty sweet.
You can follow the tops of the letters. I mean, that may not be exactly, but you can get the space in there.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Take care, man. No worries. Awesome place. So we got Southern Rods. It's right down the street from Whitehead Tire. Pretty sweet. All right, let's get some food at Burger King. My kids love it. I love it. Just sitting here enjoying my sandwich, and oh my goodness. What do you think it is?
Held the door for like 5 people.
I was like, where is she? What'd you get? You didn't like Burger King? Come on.
This is apparently the best Philly cheesesteak in the upstate.
Oh my
The
goodness.
real deal on Spartanburg.
What were you doing today?
Nothing?
Spartanburg. You went all the way to Spartanburg?
Yes, because you met her when we walked the road.
She lives in Spartanburg?
Yeah.
So you met a lake friend, and your lake friend does dumb stuff like you like to do?
She does eyelashes.
Yeah, dumb stuff.
Whatever,
Eyelashes.
man. I like it.
We're getting tires put on. You're getting eyelashes. Crazy. You like it?
Ooh.
T-Dubs loves a good Philly, guys. So, all right, let's go check on those tires once she's done devouring her Philly.
Look at that.
You like it?
It looks amazing.
What's the name of that place?
The Real Deal.
Oh, okay.
But they're a little feisty in there, so you gotta know exactly what you want when you order.
No soup for you.
Yeah.
Thanks for the Uber ride.
You're welcome.
You're such a nice car.
Thanks for the eyelashes.
Thanks to that truck for paying for them. Oh, like how my mud flaps don't match. Oh, goodness. Whatever. I like the one beefy one. Thanks. Enjoy getting tank. I'll meet you at home.
All right.
So we were going to go with the Firestones or the Toyos. Got them on? Looking pretty. Did you notice any play in the Kingpin?
No, I don't know how to check any of that. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm just a tire guy.
No, when you
I would go get the line and properly balance and everything. Don't use no balance beads or anything with your issue.
Yep.
Definitely make sure you get it properly balanced, aligned, and it should fix your issue.
And so the other shop has a balancer too? Oh, it's not hooked up yet? All right. Cool. Let's do it. Yeah.
22s took off, that's standard in the industry.
Yep.
24 is just
Fading out. Never took off.
Yeah,
But now they're getting harder to find, but they're still making them.
yeah. I mean, there's still quite a few of those trucks.
That was probably the quickest tires I've ever gotten. They were done before I got back from lunch, so awesome. We could see T-Dubs, and definitely check out Whitehead Tire. They were recommended by a place I started working with and a whole nother tire shop that I called. I said, hey, I need 24.5. So my tires are a bigger rim. The standard industry is 22.5. Michelin came out with like a low profile 24.5. The whole Ingalls fleet runs them up there in Asheville area, like Black Mountain, North Carolina. But it's kind of fading out. Looks cool, got bigger wheels and all that, but not a thing that is continuing, I don't think. So yeah, might have to do 22.5s eventually, but right now we're still 24.5, and they still make them, but not as much at all as 22. So he's like that guy right there, he's 22.5. That's 22 inches, 22.5 inches is how the diameter of the wheel itself is. So got some new Toyos on there. A total of tax, credit card fee, everything was $11.57. So that's not bad compared to an $850, $900 Michelin just for one tire. So that's both tires. So we'll see if that, we had a little bit of hop coming from the 65 mile an hour range. That's what I kind of, and the tire itself looked a little depleted. So I said, let's get that fixed and addressed, because the last thing you want to do is blow a steer tire. Rip apart your hood, rip apart your bumper. Cost you way more than it just cost me to do get new tires. So preventative maintenance, and the new W9 is back at it with some new tires. I mean, in my head, I already feel like it feels better up front, but it's just because I just put new tires on it. All right, let's get this thing parked. I'm taking another load of powder cement tonight, but we are looking at the load boards, but there is nothing. Again, I can run to Illinois 670 something miles for $1,212 or $1,220 or something. Like, man, I'd rather do 2 loads of cement for way more than that and less than that miles. So. All right, let's get back. Let's get this thing on the highway, see how it's running. Gotta be honest, guys, they are smooth. It feels amazing up front now. Steering wheel's holding steady, beautiful, no little chirp at it, and I'm right at about 65, 66 miles an hour right now, and that's where my hop would begin. So definitely keep track of your tires. When he said he doesn't know how to check kingpins, I should have probably stayed there and asked him or checked it myself. All you have to do is when the tire is up in the air, leave it on the lug nuts still on, or tight at least, or not loose, and push the tire from top to bottom. See if you have any plays. You may not have a tiny bit, but if it clunks a little bit or moves at all, you have kingpin play. And I don't think that's my problems, because the kingpins were done when I bought this thing. But maybe my tires were just, maybe one blew out or one was older than the other. I don't know. I didn't keep track of the dates on them or anything. Because the date your tire was made is actually printed on the tire. You can see that the week, the year of when it was made. So I didn't check that. I probably should have. But yeah, these tires are nice. We got new Toyos, 500 and or $480 a piece, I think. And then all the extra valve stem, the mountain dismount, and tax. So that's what got us up to 1,100. But we are feeling good, and I feel way better about not blowing a steer tire. And that's what I wanted. I don't want to have that in my head. I don't want to blow any tire, but if you can go ahead and keep it nice and sure in your mind you're not going to, it's a good thing. So looking good, feeling good. You look good, you play good, they pay good. All right. So we grabbed another cement load. That wrecker went flying by me as we got on the on-ramp at the same time. I don't know if he had an engine problem or he's waiting for a call, but T's and P's. We both entered right there where we came on 3 to 5. So we're gonna make a run here, probably make another late nighter run, and then try and do a couple more tomorrow. Yeah, just these tires, I can't say enough about them. They're Toyo. He had Firestones and Toyos. The Toyos were about $120 per tire more. And I said, sell me on them. Why is it worth it? He's like, well, people just like them more. But honestly, they both are probably the 2 best tires we got. And for the amount of life you're going to get out of them for the price, Toyos are the best value. And I said, all right, throw them on. Because he didn't really sell me on anything better on the Firestones, I think. So, and the Michelins, they didn't have them, but they were, I think, $850 per one, or 24.5 low pro. It's like, oh. So, and then he said the Michelins do last a little bit longer, but you'll probably get almost the same. You'll definitely get less out of Toyo, but not like significantly a whole year more out of the Michelin. So I said, okay, so give me the Toyos, but I am very, very happy with them. It's so smooth. Like, they're a little bit of hop from the road itself, but if you're on smooth ground, oh man, it's nice. So should have done this a while ago. If you have a little bit of a 65 mile an hour out of balance, I thought it was those new drive tires I put on, but it was definitely my steer tires. So okay, let's keep rolling down 26 and getting unloaded. Well, the weigh station is CLO, whatever CLO means. I think just half the sign's not working. But yeah, it's been open once. This is my, I forget how many trips, over 10 trips I've done down here. So yeah, no checks today. What time is it? 2:30. See if they're working at it. Yeah, it's busy on this highway today. A lot of people moving at 2:30. Try to get through Columbia. I know I'm gonna hit traffic coming back, but yeah, no one's even there. So we'll just keep cruising and get loaded with some cement. See what we get this time. I only had 21,000 tons last time, so see if we can get to the 23s again if this one's completely empty. Well, T's and P's if you're on the 95 northbound. Looks like it's pretty slow up there today. We just went under that 95, and we have, what, 7 more miles? Get some cement and go back, and then try to fight traffic, of course. So hope for an easy 1-2 truck, maybe no truck line at the hatch open inspection station. This weigh station is closed also, so the blitz or the inspection must be next week. I don't know, unless they're doing some repair. Oh, they got a big old long heavy haul going on over there. Pretty cool. Got it all roped off, or coned off, the Peterbilt pole. And the other side's getting worked on, so it's been closed ever since I started doing these runs. But there goes an old DPS car that has a temporary plate on it. Somebody bought the Crown Vic. Right. Almost there. And we are back. Thank you everyone for the condolences on my mom. She beat it once for a little bit, and it came back stronger, and then she had not a great chance of getting past it again, so we were praying and hoping, and she hung on as long as she could. So appreciate all those condolences, and condolences to all of you who dealt with the same thing. And it is, people say cancer sucks, it does. And she was a wonderful woman who touched so many lives, and that was very relevant when we were hanging out, how many people were there and how many people that I didn't meet from back growing up with her that she had made new friends in Atlanta through her church and stuff. So and she's watching over us now and probably hanging out with me every now and then. So let's get through here and get loaded. See if they're gonna talk to me from the little thing. I think they're just gonna wave me by. See you later. All right, let's go get this hatch open, see how many people are hanging out here. And it looks like it's a good time to get your hatch open. I wouldn't put it that way though, because it's 4 o'clock, 4:30 coming up, and that's traffic time. So a lot of guys are smart, get out here early, get it done. We had to take care of those tires today, so kind of didn't throw a wrench in, but I needed some sleep. Got home late from the celebration of life with the mom, and got some sleep, took the boys to school early, and just was running low on fumes. So I'm a little fresh now and get back to work and get back to life. But yeah, just not the ideal time because traffic. Windy up here. This stuff is moving. You can see it swaying in the wind. Got some dust storms going. Okay. Let's get this thing open. Oh, that thing's swaying. There we go. See how easy this one is to open. Got a little pressure on her. That's another one, guys. Got the paperwork. It's a windy one out here. Let's get out of this guy's way and get our hatch closed. Do it again. Some beautiful clouds out there. Oh yeah. With this box truck to go, we are about 80 miles from home. But I don't know if you hear that hissy noise. You might hear it. Just started about 5 miles back, but there was no truck stop exits. There is a mechanic shop right down to the right here, tire shop, and a chrome shop. So I knew that, so I was like, let's get over to there. But if you hear that noise, you want to stop. It's not like your valve just broken. I'm pretty sure I push on my trailer valve. It's your brake valve. And if there's anything leaking, it will hiss like that. So I didn't know that the first time I had my Volvo. I was like, okay, maybe this valve's breaking, maybe these go out, and no. Ended up being my fan clutch line was leaking because my fan clutch was going out. So you hear that noise, stop, because the worst thing it could be is like an airbag blowing or an airbag line blowing or a line just having a little hole in it, but the really worst thing it could be is a brake chamber. The brake chamber has like a little diaphragm, a little rubber piece between the spring and the air compartment that pushes on it. If that goes, it'll lock that brake up, and if it's barely going, it'll heat that brake up because you're just going to be constantly riding that brake. If that makes sense to you guys, I hope it does. So I'm going to stay off to the left where I'm not blocking any pumps. Just check this out, see if I can find out where this leak's coming from, because my governor keeps going off. If your air tanks aren't full, 125, 130 psi, 120 psi, it'll start to fill it back up to get to that point, and then the governor will pop it and it'll turn back off again. Mine keep going, so my air keeps going in or not. So I'm gonna pull my exhaust trailer brake now. See how that noise stopped? So I just cut the air off to the trailer, so we know the trailer's leaking somewhere, and we gotta go find where that's at. So a really helpful thing to have is one of these thermometers. We're going to use that on the hubs right now and on the brakes, see if any of them are extremely hot and see if it's actually hissing from that brake chamber. So, and to make it easier to find that leak, push it back in. Make sure your trailer's set. See how it's still hissing? So it's giving air to it, and you can find it back here. And I can, from right here, I can already hear something. So let's see what blew. Okay, so I felt around a brake chamber. I could feel air, but I couldn't feel where it was coming from. Looks like the ABS sensor's also out. But yeah, right here. We're gonna need a new airbag. All right, guess what? That is trucking. But all the hubs were just fine. Searching with this good old boy. And yeah, we got a blown airbag. So on that note, God bless you guys. I'm glad we found out what it was. I'm glad it wasn't a brake chamber, because those brake chambers get really, really hot. They will burn up that hub and catch fire. So I'd rather have a airbag than a fire. But yeah, God bless you, and we will see you on the next one. God bless you guys. Be the good in the world.